All right, good day, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Peter. For those of you that are new here, welcome. Go ahead and hit like, comment, subscribe. Tap that notification bell so you can know when I'm uploading to the channel. Y'all, I'm not outside because it's like a hurricane or something going on out there. So, I'm just gonna land a message in here. I've really been out in the garden like most of the day and just doing like a lot of work around the house and things like that. A lot of labor. But I wanted to come on here real quick and give you guys your ancestor message. And yeah, we'll go from there. So your ancestor message for today. There are some people that are kind of like in a confused state, right? Going through some confusion, okay? And so your ancestors and your guides are wanting you to know that pretty soon here, a lot of the confusion and a lot of the things that are kind of like having your mind and all discombobulated, right? Is going to subside, okay? It is going to subside. They're saying that pessimism, like you've created a mental prison for yourself. You've created a mental prison for yourself. And so therefore, it is up to you to unlock the door and get out of the prison. Almost like, they just showed me an image of Houdini, like, you know, like Houdini. And they just showed me the image of Houdini when he was supposed to be one of the greatest magicians of all time. And he could escape from anything, right? And Houdini they told Houdini that when they locked him in the cell that he wasn't going to be able to get out. And long story short, Houdini was inside of this cell. And he stayed in his cell and he was panicking, he was freaking out. And the door wasn't even locked, you know. So he did all that panicking and all that freaking out for nothing. And so your ancestors are saying that, like, you're in a prison, but it's not. You put yourself in this mental prison, but the door isn't even locked. Like, at any time, you'll be able to exit the prison. But you have to know that at any time you can leave the prison. Because you're just sitting in there panicking and no one has locked you in. Only you have placed yourself there. If you just grab a hold of that door and you just push it in the opposite direction, then you'll realize that there's nothing holding you in place. Look, my door just came open. Isn't that something? That's how they always work. Like, they always doing something that synchronizes with what I'm talking about. Or what they have me talking about. But yeah, so this prison that you're in, you place yourself in this prison on your own. And all you have to do is push the door and release yourself from the prison. Your ancestors are saying that, like, some of you are needing to forgive, or you're going through this phase where you are forgiving those that have wronged you. All right, you are forgiving those that have wronged you. And that's exactly what you're supposed to be doing. That doesn't necessarily mean that, like, you know, you have to rekindle old relationships, or you have to begin not just interacting, but being in places that they're at. You don't have to do that. But your ancestors are saying, like, you got to forgive them, because you not forgiving people for the things that they've done to you. You not forgiving people for, you know, past hurts and past things that they've done for you is part of the reason why you are in this prison. This prison that you are in is solely surrounded around your particular healing, okay? So you have to forgive in order for, you know, you to evolve and you to get to the next level that you need to get to. Others of you have definitely tapped into your abilities, and your vibration has raised at a level to where you're now seeing like, okay, this situation was meant to be like this, and you're really understanding what it is to be in this space and what it is to be who you are, right? What it is to be who you are. But you have to release a fear. You have to release a certain fear. And this particular fear surrounds you being afraid to take the necessary steps or to take action and do the work, okay? And so when you begin to take action and do the work, you'll notice that things are going to begin to move out of the way, and things will begin to align in a way that was unexpected, all right? Yeah, your ancestors definitely wanted you to begin maneuvering in a way that you are compassionate, that you are being diplomatic, you are moving in a way that allows you to see people for who they are, but not necessarily judging the people for who they are. All right, because there's sometimes times where you are seeing people for who they are, but you like judging them, and they're saying like, look, nah, you gotta have compassion for these people, because remember, you were once these people, or you were once that person, or you know somebody that was once like that, or you love somebody that was once like them. So your ancestors and your guides are telling you like, hey, no, you need to be more compassionate. You need to have more compassion. Your guides are also telling you like, you're no different than everything else that exists on this planet. So you can't be too above yourself, and you can't be thinking less of yourself, because everybody is all one. And just because somebody else may have more than what you have, or may have less than what you have, doesn't make you any more superior or inferior to that person. All right? And so you have to stop measuring yourself based on other people's accomplishment, or you have to stop measuring others based off what you have accomplished, okay? Because they have idiots that have degrees, and several people that are college graduates and have master's degrees, and they are complete idiots, all right? But that doesn't make that person better. That person just went, got a little debt, you know, got some extra student loans, got another piece of paper, you know. But that paper does not make that person. Because even if that person had that master's degree and that person did not possess the skill that they possess, it's just a piece of paper. So you cannot measure yourself, your success or failure, based on someone else and what they've accomplished and the things that they have been able to, you know, manifest and materialize in their lives, all right? There's a lot of comparison, like, there's a lot of comparison for some of you, all right? And your guys are like, no, you can't compare yourself to a physical being, although you live in this physical reality. But you cannot compare yourself to a physical being, because you should understand that the things of this material world, although it makes being in this physical world better, it does not matter in the end game. Because in the end game, the only thing that is going to elevate you in the spirit world is your level of consciousness and what you are able to attain in this world, all right? Not attain physically, but attain spiritually and consciously, all right? So a lot older people, when they're nearing their death, they're not the reason why they want to have a legacy is so they don't be forgotten, all right? And it's not that they don't want to be forgotten because, you know, they just gonna be holding on to the worldly stuff. No, they want to make sure that you remember them enough just in case they need you, in case they need help on the other side. So they don't want you to forget them, all right? Because they're gonna need something from you if they haven't done what they needed to do on this side, you know. And their soul knows what's up, you know. But it's not about legacy. It's about that next level, that transition, or that ascension, whatever you want to call it. It's about that, all right? Your ancestors and your guides are wanting me to tell you that no matter what you are trying to accomplish, whether you want to complete a project in your garage, or whether you're wanting to change the oil on your car, or switch out the rims on your car, or, you know, build a garden, or create an oasis in your backyard, or build onto your house, or regardless of what it is, whether you want to have a weight loss goal or you want to clean your entire house, whatever this goal is, it's going to require you to get dirty. It's going to require you to get dirty. It's going to require a lot of action on your part in order for you to attain exactly what you want to attain in this physical world, if that's something that you aspire to. So if you're aspiring to attain some wealth in this world, it's going to require you to get dirty. No matter how clean you try to be whenever you're doing whatever activities, it's going to require you to get dirty. All right? It's also going to require you to grow. It's going to require you to grow. It's going to require some adjustments on your part, some slight tune-ups on your part. And you're going to have to make sure that whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, whether it be all spiritual and no physical, or spiritual and physical, or just physical, whatever it may be, you're going to have to make sure that your transportation, your vehicle, your physical 3D vehicle is in full operation. You're going to have to make sure that you are putting the right things into your body so that you can have the energy to channel this energy. Because remember, the assignment is bigger. And because this assignment is bigger, this assignment is requiring you to make sure that you are prepared, that you are physically fit as well as spiritually fit. If you want to be a better medium, or you want to be a better reader, then you are going to be required to build your spiritual muscle. And you're also going to be required to build your physical muscles. You're going to have to equip this machine in order to accomplish those things that you are needing to accomplish in both the physical and the spiritual. You can't have one without the other. All right? You can't have one without the other. You can't exist in the physical and try to do spiritual stuff if the physical is not prepared, if the physical has not been trained. And you can't operate fully in the spiritual if the physical is weak. So you have to make some decisions, and you have to make some changes. And once you begin to make those changes, your guides are saying fruition. Things are going to come into fruition. Things that you wanted to materialize in this world are going to come into fruition. And it's also going to reflect greatly upon you in the spiritual world as well. So whatever you are wanting to accomplish, you're going to be able to. But you're just going to have to make some minor adjustments. And sometimes those minor adjustments require you to get dirty. And sometimes those minor adjustments require for you to get tuned up. And they require for you to make some changes and make some shifts. Okay? Your guides and your ancestors are definitely wanting you to put those protections in place for a reason. I want you to put those protections in place for a reason. So don't forget to do that. All right? But you're going to notice that soon you're going to start feeling like your heart's, it's like you're going to liven up a bit. Like, you're going to get the energy that you wanted. You're going to begin to liven up a bit. All right? Because right now, you're feeling depleted. Some of you are feeling depleted. Some of you are experiencing so many different emotions, and is draining you, is exhausting you. And that's okay. And the reason why it's okay is because when you're on this journey and you are a light worker or a starseed or whatever you want to identify as, you are going to be exhausted sometimes. Sometimes you're going to be fatigued. And you're going to be fatigued because it's different. It's a different environment. It's a different frequency. It's a whole different atmosphere. It's like trying to take a freshwater fish and put the freshwater fish in salt water, and take the saltwater fish and put the saltwater fish in freshwater. It's not impossible, but it's going to cause changes. It probably killed a fish though, but y'all get what I'm saying. Probably kill a fish, but it's going to require an adjustment. You're going to have to get adjusted to being in this new environment, being in this new space. It's going to require that, you know. It's going to require you to get used to operating at this level. And in order for you to get used to operating at that level, you got some things that you got to do. All right. But again, they ain't going to give you more than you can handle. You ain't going to get more than you can handle, right? You might feel like you've got more than you can handle, but think about like when you go to the gym for the first time, y'all be doing them weight loss challenges or them weight gain challenges where y'all try to bulk up. What happened? You exhausted at first. You're extremely tired at first. First day, you're extremely tired. Second day, you're extremely tired. Third day, you got a little bit more in you, you know? But the more that you practice, you begin to develop that muscle memory, and you begin to build on those muscles. And guess what? Things just start happening. And the fat that's attached to you start coming off, right? Start coming on off. It's the same thing like when you work in the spiritual muscles. Them things that used to bother you, they ain't bothering you as much no more. Because you have to develop yourself. You have to work those muscles, okay? So there's a lot of changes. Again, don't let that retrograde make you act the way that you have outgrown, all right? Because sometimes you want to easily go back that way because that's what the energy is trying to force you to do, you know? But that's an excuse, all right? That's an excuse. So use this time to reflect. Think about things that not only that you want to heal, but things that you want to accomplish. All right. And I feel like the more that you accomplish, the more you will heal. But a lot of this stuff is at the subconscious level. All right. It doesn't matter how much you gain in this physical world, how much you gain monetarily. You can gain an abundance of wealth, but if your mind is not ready for that wealth, it's just like you don't have anything. That's why lottery winners go broke ASAP, because they don't have the necessary tools to be able to use that much money. Well, they can use it, but they don't know how to keep it. All right? Same thing when it comes to this journey. If you get everything that you wanted to manifest, the dude, the girl, the car, the house, the money, the stocks, the investment, the business, the buildings, the diplomas, the whatever it is that you could think of that you desired out of this physical life. You can have all of that. You can manifest all of that and still be incomplete because your spiritual, your mental is messed up. And that's what needs to work. All right? So continue to work on yourself. Continue to work on your soul growth. Continue to connect yourself with like-minded people. Just continue to soar. Just continue to do all the things that you know that you're capable of doing. You're doubting your abilities, and it's not necessary for you to doubt your abilities because you're already doing the things that you are doubting. It's just called something different in your world. All right. So that's pretty much it, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this message. Also, if you're interested in joining Patreon, where we have our different connections, and y'all could be able to, you know, kind of meet with me one-on-one. Well, not one-on-one, but in a group setting, and we talk about things. All that information in the description below, and I'll holler at y'all.